Shut the gates, we're back. Episode 6 of the Good Seasons podcast. Toby, people have been saying it's a great seasons, but it's a good seasons. Good seasons to you. How are you going?
Thank you, mate. Yeah, been going okay.
Yep.
Actually, every time I walk around, go down to the mall, mate. Head down to the shop for some bread and milk.
Yeah.
Go and get some salt and vinegar chips, whatever the case may be. Everyone's asking me.
You sure it's just not the cashier?
Well,
it's her job to ask, mate.
Well, I know it is. But a couple of fans have wandered up.
Yeah.
Signed a couple of autographs as well in the process, mate. Good seasons.
Do they post it up on the Instagram, Shut the Gates NRL Instagram?
Well, I actually seen it eBay. They wanted to sell it on eBay, mate. Yeah.
Your autograph?
Yeah, my autograph.
I'm going to have to get in the business of selling Toby's autograph.
Yeah, mate, well, you know where to find me.
Right now. I'll get you. I've got a piece of paper out there. I'll get you to sign about 100 of them.
Yeah, no,
they'll be on eBay for 40 cents later tonight.
That's right.
If I make $4 out of it, I'll be surprised.
Oh, absolutely.
But someone's autograph who would be worth something. RTS, mate.
Yeah.
Roger Tuivasa.
Yeah.
Sheck.
Yeah.
He's leaving. He's left.
Yeah.
He's gone from the Warriors to play rugby. What do you think?
Yeah, don't like it for the games.
Yep.
Outlook, don't mind it when Brisbane have to play him. No. I love him. He's been a great, he's gotten over in the wrestling world. He's gotten over. He's just, everything he's done on and off the field's been all class. And he's going to be a massive loss, going to play the game of where his heritage is from. Don't like it at all, though. I think he should have stuck it out.
For the 6 weeks?
Yeah.
But what if he couldn't play anyway? Because he's injured.
Well,
I don't know if he could have come back at all, but it was just a head knock, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So he could have probably came. It was because of the bubble. I think he went back the closing.
Yeah.
Too bad. You've signed for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Oh, absolutely. He should have seen it out, mate.
I reckon.
Nathan Brown's probably in that position where, well, you've done everything that you can for the club. We'll grant you that release, but...
But has he really?
Well, he's been a great servant. He's been their best player.
Yes, he has. But has he actually been wasted at the Warriors? Because they've only made... He's been there since, 2016? He played 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 6 years. Made the finals once. They came 8th in 2018. So, if he's... he is great.
Yeah.
But is he really that influential to a team?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
What he's done, on the paddock for the last, 5-6 years there, he's just phenomenal. And I think it goes a little bit unnoticed as well with the stuff that he does do because he just does it every week. He's very consistent. And I think he's just probably been a tad unlucky that he hasn't had a real great run of things. He had SJ there for a bit. That didn't work out. Kieran Foran came. That didn't work out. Isaac Luke was there. They had an all-international spine a couple of years ago, and it just never really worked out. And the players that he's surrounding himself with now, no fault of him, but the team and the way it was managed, to get him in this predicament, yeah, I feel sorry for him.
But no one's saying he's not talented. He's obviously super talented. He's obviously a superstar of the game.
Yeah.
Was a superstar of the game. He's gone now. But has he... And I know he won the grand final in 2013 with the Chooks.
Yeah.
But is his career wasted by going to someone like that?
Well, fair call, mate.
Because I'm not saying it all. I'm asking you, do you think it was wasted? Because if he stays at the Chooks, if he stays at the Roosters, and for the whole year, or for all his career, he wins maybe at least 3 premierships, does he become what Tedesco is now?
Yeah.
Is he better than what Tedesco is now? If he stays at the Chooks?
Oh, mate.
Because Tedesco's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And we thought Tuivasa Sheck was the best player in the world. We have thought of it in the past.
Yep.
But you would say that Tedesco and a few others have surpassed him now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
And it's because of the system he's in. I think he made the wrong choice by going to the Warriors.
Yeah, fair call.
And I think maybe his ego might have been like, oh, I'm going home. I'm going to bring some sort of premiership glory to the thing. And the fact is, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, yeah, he made great stats, but so does Russell Westbrook in the NBA. He's done nothing in the NBA though.
Yeah.
When it comes to rings.
Yeah.
Or glory.
Winning a title. Yeah.
Exactly. So stats really mean nothing in a team sport.
Yeah.
They're just personal accolades. And he's won a Dally M.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think if he stayed at the Roosters, it would have been a much better career.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, premiership wise, definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Because you look at the sides as well, chalk and cheese, and the way that Roosters really at that threshold in that mid-decade, mid to late decade, they had the threshold of the comp. He probably is a victim of his own demise a little bit. He probably wanted to go home to give, to what you said for that opportunity to bring some silverware back over there, and he's failed to do that. You can't really blame him. I'm
not blaming 100% him.
Yeah.
But he's getting paid. He's the star player. And if you're getting paid, it's the same as what I said last week about Payne Haas. If you're getting paid $1 million plus a year, you have to win your team games to be there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are they paying you $1 million? Right?
No, I agree.
So otherwise, because they got to be able to afford to put players around you especially if you can't do it.
Yeah.
By yourself. But I'll say some fullbacks now, and you say, because he's finished. His career's finished in NRL. He's not coming back, right?
Yeah.
Unless he comes back in a year's time. Year's time.
Yep.
Because of Benji Marshall style.
Yeah.
But Anthony Minichiello, is he finished better than him or worse than him?
Just as a player?
As a player.
Yeah, he's better.
He's better?
Yeah.
Tim Brasher.
Yeah, he's better.
Darren Lockyer. As a fullback.
As a fullback? Oh, man. And I'm not being biased.
Yep.
Probably Lockyer was better.
Robbie O'Davis.
He's better than Rob.
Okay. All right. Who else we got? There's a few out there because they're all still playing. Reece Wesser. These are all one premiership players.
Yeah, fair call. And at that one real great season that they had, 03, Reece Wesser was absolutely amazing. Yeah. On whole career, he's better than Reece.
Okay. Jared Hayne. Didn't win a premiership, but who's better?
Oh,
I think this is the most comparable one.
Yeah, fair call. To me, Jared is better.
Yeah.
Because I think on his day, Tui might have, over the whole statement of his career, probably he's got the numbers on the board on him. But if I'm looking at the player, hey, man, there's not too many can go past Jared on his day.
It's crazy to think, because I think they're pretty comparable. If you look at like say, even if you just go from 2016 to 2021, from Jared Hayne 09 to 2014 when he left. Yeah. The best players in their team by far didn't do anything at the club really. Parramatta only won. They hadn't been in the grand. They won they were in the grand final 2009. Did absolutely nothing to 2014 when Jared left. Then got worse. Yeah. Pretty much, they've only, and then Tuivasa-Sheck 2016 to 2021 only one final series. They came 8th as well. Yeah,
so gone in the first round.
Gone first round, yeah. So, it's I love Tuivasa-Sheck. I think he's one of the great modern players. Yep. But for me, maybe a career wasted with bad career decisions. Yeah. But not by any fault of his own, besides the decisions. Yep. So
yeah, fair call.
So.
With that Jared as well, can I bring up a special point as well? I think I kind of, in the 2010 season, I remember the 2010 season pretty fondly. Mm-hmm. I really felt sorry for Hayne in that era, because it was kind of like, he had that magical run in 09, and everyone thought, he's got to do it now, and I kind of felt like the officials or the decision makers didn't really give him a bit of latitude. Was 2014 when him and Tuivasa-Sheck won at the same time? Oh. Or was it Cooper Cronk? Might have been Cronk and him.
Okay, yeah. You might be right.
Yeah. Did he win it with another player, or was that Malolo and Cronk?
Let me look it up. I know it was thing, but sorry, keep going about what you're saying.
Yeah, I just felt kind of, I think that last 8 weeks of the 2010 season, he started to come into it again, that purple patch, but I just felt sorry for him a little bit.
Jared Hayne and Jonathan Thurston, both.
Ah, right.
Yeah. They end up winning both 32 points.
Yeah, and that was the first ever dual winner, right?
Yeah. And we had Tom Malolo and Cronk a few years later, 2017?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that anyway. Yeah. But fantastic player, Tuivasa-Sheck.
Yeah.
And we wish him all the best in rugby, even though I won't be watching a single second of it.
No.
Slowest game in the world.
Yeah.
What a shit game.
No, absolutely. If you're listening, Rog, Hopefully you fail there and come back to Brisbane.
Come back to Brisbane? He never was in Brisbane.
I want Ben Eichen to give him $3 million.
All right. Tuivasa-Sheck, mate. He was a New Zealander through and through. Played for the Kiwis, but Kiwis and Australia not in the World Cup this year. What do you think about them pulling out?
Hate it.
Pulling the pin.
Oh, mate, it's devastating.
Are you upset at the Australian and Kiwi football, or are you upset at the World Cup people for putting it on?
I'm upset at the Australian and New Zealand football teams.
Yep.
That's what I'm upset about. If you get picked for Australia, New Zealand, Queensland, New South Wales, City Country, and they pick you and you don't want to play, they will stand you down. Mm-hmm. You will get suspended. You have to play until you make a decision on retirement, blah, blah. And now these two sides, the biggest sides in the game... Easily
the two best.
Absolutely. Probably would have headlined the World Cup final, most probably. Want to pull the pin on it. And, you know, I get what's happening around the world. I get that. But if you're a professional and you're paid,
yeah.
and you get chosen to represent your country, and the country of the team has the right to go over and compete for that title,
yeah,
you should be going.
Are you upset that? Are you like? It seems like all the players overwhelmingly want to play.
Yeah.
So Peter V'landys, he's just like, nah, it's not safe, not safe. What happened to his can-do attitude this time last year when they're like, oh, we're getting NRL back on the field?
Absolutely.
Why is he pro? Is it because he's just an NRL guy? He's not an ARL guy?
Oh, man.
Like, he's an ARLC commissioner.
Yep.
One of them.
Yep.
Why isn't he... Like, he should be thinking, yes, we've got to get our team over there. And, you know, put it to the players. Like, we're going to pick a team. We'll pick it in... Maybe even if they said, we'll pick it in silent. And then if you're picked and you don't want to play, just put your hand up. Or even put your hand up before we pick the team and say you don't want to go. And we won't pick you.
Yep.
And then it won't be any fuss. You've decided to stay.
Yep.
But the people who want to play, they can go over there and play.
Yep.
Why should these players have to miss out on one every 4 years or 3 years whenever they do it?
That's it.
It's something like, I applaud the rugby league, the World Cup people for continuing it on.
I do as well, mate.
You know, I've just got one question to ask you now though.
Yeah.
Is Papua New Guinea favourites?
Oh, they're going to come into heavy consideration. Tonga as well, and you know, it'd be nice to see, you know, the other teams fighting it out. But you want to... Those teams will probably want to play the best players out there.
Well, what I would think of is I'm Tonga, Samoa, I guess Fiji to a lesser extent, Papua New Guinea, and England.
Yep.
They're your five probably bigger ones. Even France to a real lesser extent. But if I'm those two, I'm looking at this as a real opportunity to... We can lift up the World Cup.
Yep.
It may not be against the best, but they may never beat the best.
Yeah.
This may be their one opportunity, one lifetime opportunity... To lift up that World Cup.
Yep.
And someone like... And I think Tonga... what's his name? Jason Taumalolo has just committed himself to Tonga for the World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, do you think... Like, are you happy for all the other players who play for Australia to, you know, split up and play for that sort of... Like Tedesco for Italy.
Yeah.
You know, Trebojevic is to play for Serbia. I think it could be great.
Yeah. Absolutely, on one hand, great.
Yeah.
The other hand is that, you know, they're the Origin players. That if you play State of Origin, you should be eligible to represent Australia.
But if there's no Australia,
well, fair call on that.
That's what I'm saying. If there's no Australia, should these players, if they still want to play in the World Cup, be able to play for their second tier country?
Well, fair call. Yeah, probably. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Could I ask you another question?
Go ahead.
If you're the power broker of the World Cup tournament, if you're the CEO, the boss, would you never make Australia and New Zealand ever come back?
Maybe give them... Are you saying stand them down forever?
Yeah.
I don't think you can stand them down forever, but say maybe even next one, and say only one of you are coming out of the pool or something next tournament. So we put you in the same bracket, the same group. Only one of you can get out of that.
Yeah, fair call. Like it.
Or even if you just if you don't come this time, you're not welcome next time. The following 20, 24, 26, or whatever they do, 25, 26, they're not in it.
Yep.
If you don't want to come this time, don't bother coming next time.
That's right. I agree with that.
Push them to it.
Yeah.
Make them play chicken with them.
Yeah.
You know, this is where Peter V'landys is a can-do, meant to be a can-do sort of guy, and he's not he's can-notting at the moment.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
He's can-not.
Yeah, the old can opener's pretty cool.
I know. He doesn't mind playing in front of no crowds now.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them going overseas? It's just the players.
Yeah.
It's up to the players for me.
Yeah, I agree. Because they're the one risking it.
And it doesn't matter if you get 100 Australian players say no. There's 100 more that are willing to do it.
Yep.
I'll go over there and play.
Yep.
Mel, I'm on.
Hit him up.
I'm here.
He wears 7.
But so who would be the favourite if you think?
Oh, probably England.
Yeah.
Probably England because they're at home.
Yeah.
Ranked number 3 side. Probably would be the favourite.
Are they third or is it Tonga?
Oh, probably close out of those two. Probably meet Tonga in the final. But going back to that, banning them for the future World Cups, I would make them qualify again, even though they would. But I'd make them go through 10 games
Jamaica,
to qualify.
USA,
Absolutely,
South Africa,
absolutely, and I'd make them travel to those places, go to California and play the States.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'd love it.
Stuff them. I would as well.
I'll go play.
They'll win the game 50-0 or whatever, but
easily.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, oh man, it shit. When I heard that, that's it, man.
Yeah. Does it make you not want to watch the World Cup?
It does, to a certain extent.
I got to tell you, it actually makes me want to watch it more.
Well,
because I think it's a more fair competition.
Well, fair call.
And I think this could be one of the great tournaments if they're not in it.
Yeah, fair call.
I would love for Australia to be there. They're going to win it if they're there.
Yeah.
But I would just love to see these unders sort of duke it out.
Yeah.
Just see how we go.
Yep.
What if it's Italy versus France in a World Cup final?
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's not FIFA.
Yeah.
You know?
Craig Bellamy.
I would love that.
Yeah.
So you're going England if it all gets up.
I'll tip the Poms to
Jackson Hastings at halfback.
Yeah, he might.
Blake Austin at 5'8". The two Aussies leading the way. Gareth Widdop at the back.
Leon Price.
Oh my god.
He represented England 2005. Comes out of retirement.
I loved him. I loved Leon Price when he played.
He's a good
played
player.
like when he came down to Australia, not to play in NRL, but when he came down to play, I think it was just the Tri Nations or something.
Yeah.
And I think he got a couple games at 5'8".
Yeah.
I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, he's
I think
good
Matty
player.
Johns was talking him up so hard back in the day.
Yeah, right.
Bring back Brian Carney for Ireland.
Oh, mate. Chris Radlitsky. So good.
Skullthorpe.
Oh, he was so good, man. I used to love watching Andy Farrell and Kevin Sinfield and
Adrian Morley, bring him back.
Yeah, Moles was great.
He'd still beat him, I reckon.
Yeah, he would, mate.
He'd get sent off in the first 10 seconds.
He would.
Yeah.
He's done his job. Just don't like it.
But
you got to have your top nations.
Mate, we've got players. They're moving here. They're moving there. They're moving everywhere. Anthony Milford could be going to Parramatta. That's what it was last week. Aaron Woods, is he on the move? Tavita Pengai, he's leaving. He's going to Penrith. Transfer deadline. So first year, it's normally June 30th.
Yep.
This year, August 31st.
Yep.
Is it August 31st the final?
August 1st.
August 1st?
Yeah, it might be that.
Mate, transfer deadline. What do you think about it? This late one.
Don't like it.
Don't like it? Why's that?
I don't like anything.
Why don't you like anything?
I don't know.
Oh, salty sticky here.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Ricky Sticky Stewart.
I just
complains about everything.
I do.
He complains. Not enough people ask him how he is. Sick of it.
And if you listen out there, NRL, take away the 6 again rule.
Not altogether.
No, just on certain things. I'm sick of that. Sick of when Brisbane getting beaten by it.
But why don't you like the transfer window?
Oh, because, mate, we're hitting into round 20.
Yep.
We've still got players on the move. Mm-hmm. You know, I just don't like it. I think it should be done at like a round 10 kind of deadline, round 12, halfway through.
Yep.
That's probably what I would aim for. You know, if you're not happy with your side at the start of the season, you got that time, you got 3 months to adjust, round 12. But if you're around 20 and you're trying to move people on, like, it's too late.
But what about for the players like someone like Aaron Woods, who isn't going to be signed next year? They just told him.
Yep.
And if he can find a new home now, he can go now.
Yep.
Or Tavita Pengai, not wanted by Kevy for some reason.
No.
But so he can go now.
Yep.
Is it better to have those players go to the club where even though Tavita Pengai is going to Panthers, then on his way to the Dogs, is it better to have those players gone, or would you rather them be sort of, we're leaving anyway, so sort of, are they going to half-ass for the rest of the year? That's a chance you take.
Yeah.
So
well, it's a good question, mate. Probably the only way I'd release them after a deadline is if they're going to that club. if they're going to be playing for... I don't believe Penrith should have got Pungai and then the Dogs get his services next year. That's bullshit, in my opinion.
Okay, why's that?
Penrith are sitting second, one of the favourites for the grand finals, and then they're going to add to their roster. You know? I'm not saying he should have stayed at Brisbane and not played, or if he did play or whatnot. I'm not saying that because he is a Brisbane player. I think he should have went to Canterbury straight away.
Okay, so you're saying once the deadline's finished, which it hasn't yet, but say the deadline was June 30, like it was before. After that, you're allowed to leave the club, but you're only allowed to leave the club that you've signed to for 2022.
That's
also
correct.
The following year.
That's correct.
I don't mind that rule.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. But what about say we're coming into round 20? What about the player like Sean Johnson? He's possibly out for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Sharks are down to 5'8". What about now? Like, what if they're like, shit, we don't have a 5'8" for the rest of the year. So they go to the market and they get Milford.
Yep.
And they're back again. Do you think that they shouldn't be allowed to do that?
Shouldn't be allowed. The only thing I can see of that Milford case, in my opinion, is because he hasn't signed with the side for the following year.
So you're saying he shouldn't?
The only way that Milford could go to the Sharks, as you were saying, for SJ going down, is because he hasn't signed for a club. I agree with that. If he had signed...
But you just said that they're okay to go if they have signed for a club, and now you're saying it's okay if they haven't signed.
No. I only said if they can go, only if they go to the club they have signed with for the following year.
So you're saying Milford could have went to the Sharks, but they have to sign for 2022 as well.
That's correct. Because I don't like it. I don't like that these teams are beefing up, at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's not right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think, if the player doesn't, if the coach says, well, I'm not trading you, he just say Pungai to the Dogs. It's 6 weeks out and the coach says, no, you're not going. And the player's like, okay, well, you don't play him. Put him in reserve grade.
Okay. All right, that's fair if that's what you think.
Because
I think it's fine.
How does Penrith get Tavita Pangai Jr.?
Because the Broncos didn't want him.
I understand that.
So, and they had room in their cap, and then you had... They would have gotten like 200,000 for the rest of the year max.
Aren't the Bulldogs filthy though?
No,
what happens if he goes there?
Fine.
What happens if he goes there and does his ACL?
It's not up to the Bulldogs because he's still got. It's up to the Broncos and Penrith.
Yeah, that's wrong, mate.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
But they're taking advantage of the rules, and I think it's a great rule.
He should go to
if Nathan Cleary was out now for the rest of the year, and they wanted someone and they're first, they're second now. Like I don't mind seeing someone go there for the rest of the year. Take Jacob Arthur if they want him. They can take him for life. Life contract.
You want him gone?
I want him gone like nothing else. But
fair call.
But I don't mind the rule. Like if a team is going to be like decimated by injuries like Penrith just have been, Brian To'o's out. Nathan Cleary's still out. James Fisher-Harris has gone back to Sydney to be in the bubble for his pregnant missus. Why not boost it?
Yeah, but that's no fault of, the Bulldogs.
But it's also no fault of... What do you mean the Bulldogs?
Well, it's no fault of the Bulldogs that they get hurt, and then they're going to snag his player that they've signed.
Yeah.
He should be playing for the Dogs week.
Well, their Dogs don't want him. They don't have enough room in the cap for the rest of the year.
Well, they should. Brisbane should pay him.
Well, why would they let him go then?
Well, I'm just saying, because I just feel like Penrith have won in this situation.
Of course they have. Of course they have.
It's disgusting.
But this is the case for Brisbane just doing bad business.
Yeah, well, I get that.
But they think, we're saving money in the cap for next year for Tavita Pangai. I don't get how that works.
Yeah.
We're not experts in the cap.
No. But not Ian Schubert or whatever his name is.
We're not Ian Schubert. It sounds like a Willy Wonka character.
Yeah, doesn't mind second on him.
Yeah, so... I don't mind it. You're fully against it.
Fully against it, mate.
Right.
Don't like it at all. The case of Bears, a couple of years ago, Sonny Bill came into the game.
Yep.
The Chooks, it was round 21.
He was a free agent, though.
He was a free agent, I give him that. But he signs with them.
Yeah, which made him not a free agent.
Well, why do we sign players 15 months into the 12-month year? We're heading into the road of the finals.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he go and help a struggling club out?
Because
why
would they want to go?
Well, I understand that, but why
would he want to go play for 3 weeks?
Do you think if the Warriors came knocking at Tavita's door, and we got Parramatta have 300,000 sitting in their cap doing nothing.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Para go for him?
They could have. They were allowed. They decided against it.
Yeah, well, I don't like it.
If it was out of him and Milford, they got neither.
Yeah, don't blame him.
They signed Jacob Arthur.
He's upped him for 4 months.
They did up him. Up him to top 30.
Yeah, did they? Yeah, right.
Get out of here, Jacob.
Don't like anything to do with the deadline, mate.
All right.
Needs to be half.
Someone who has signed, mate. Someone who has signed for the next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 4 years, next 5 years. Craig Bellamy.
Yeah.
Craig Bellamy, Salami.
Yeah.
For Melbourne. He's the head coach for next year, and then following year they just go year by year to see what he's going to do. What do you think of that?
I like it.
Okay.
I like that. No, I like that, guys.
About time.
Didn't like it when I heard that he was re-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Should have came to Brisbane. Can every player in the comp just go to Brisbane and not have a competition anymore? No, I'm mucking around.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Playing no one.
25 buys.
Mate, I like it for what he's done down there.
Yeah.
I keep crapping on how they're the greatest organisation in Australian sporting in the world today, or in Australia today.
Yeah.
That easily the best organisation.
Is Craig Bellamy an all-time world great coach now?
I think so.
Or is he marred by the salary cap scandals?
Yeah, don't lie. See, the way he rebounded off that, like he's definitely in the conversation. Mm-hmm. But at that time, Stevie Wonder could have seen that they were rorting the cap.
Yeah.
16 out of the 17 players were international origin players. How can you keep them all under 7.4 million at the time or something? That's just ludicrous.
Yeah.
Everyone knew what was going on. I was glad that they broke it down and they got him. Because you don't condone that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Won the grand final, didn't win a premiership. That's how I see it.
Yeah. You can condone it because if you're going to rort the cap, you rort it hard and you win the comp.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going
Parramatta did it in 2013, 2012, 2013, got wooden spoons.
Yeah, that's right, mate. That's right. But yeah, that could have marred his legacy, mate. But at the end of the day, there's three of the greats, and he's definitely in the top three greatest coaches of all time.
Who's the other two?
Wayne. Mm-hmm. And Jack Gibson.
Okay.
Never seen Jack coach personally. I was too young. By all reports, he was just a genius.
Can I put someone else in there?
Yeah, go on.
Phil Gill.
Oh yeah, Philip. Yeah, he's good as well.
Yeah.
He should have coached for a bit longer, I felt.
Do you know in 2012, I heard him say it a couple of weeks ago. In 2012, when he 2011, when he became the football GM at Penrith, they asked him to coach.
Yeah, right.
And he turned it down because he said he didn't have enough time because of Channel 9.
Yep.
Imagine him coming back and coaching.
Yeah.
Like, I think if he wins a premiership now, if he will come back and win one with any club, he's the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah.
He wins at like 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
He didn't win one. He won as a football general manager at Roosters in 02.
Yep. With Ricky as the coach.
Yep. Ricky's first year as coach. 02.
Yeah, that's right.
And then if he come back, well, I guess not. He didn't win one in the 10s.
Yep.
No, he didn't. But if you come back 2023, this is like 30 years after his coaching when he won it with the Bulldogs in 80-something.
Yeah, 87 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be unreal.
Craig, when he eventually gives it away, he's going to handpick his replacement. And that club will be set again for the next 10, 15 years.
You'd think so, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought after the salary cap scandal, I thought, there they go. They're going to slide now.
Mm-hmm.
You probably won't see them make the finals for probably 5 years because it takes a while to get over.
Yeah.
2 years later, they're winning the comp.
That's right.
And I know they had great players.
Yeah.
I know that, but, they had to cut a lot of people and
I will say the only thing that really sort of still gets me is that they still had their best players, besides Inglis when he left then, and they lost Ryan Hoffman, but they still had Cronk, Slater, Smith.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have had all those players unless they built up the salary cap first, and then they sort of just got rid of the dead weight at the back. I'm not calling Inglis dead weight, but out of the four, he was the one. Like, he was a centre.
Yeah,
well, he's playing 5'8" at the time.
Yeah.
But he's a centre.
Yeah.
So great coach. Fantastic. Seems like a great coach. Shit Origin coach. Now we talk about Origin. He coached twice, lost both.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable. He was that 3-0 coach, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right. And he came in at a time where they were a little bit lean.
And they went Mitchell Pearce still.
Yeah, and that great Origin team, Lockyer was still there at the time. That great Origin side. So sometimes you just run into that.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't rort the cap back then, you might have seen either Cameron, Billy, or Cooper go because you probably wouldn't have enough to keep them.
Yeah.
Not all three of them anyway. One of them
is around Folau as well.
Yeah, Folau was there. What a side, eh?
I know, unreal.
But yeah, lovely work from the Storm. They know what they're doing.
Absolutely, no hates on the Storm. I actually absolutely hate them.
Yep.
I hate the team.
I do as well.
I can't stand them, but you got to respect them.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't, because they sound like... No, but well done to him. Great job, Craig. Great job, Storm. They just keep on keeping on, huh?
Yeah.
Mate, let's move on to the previews. We'll do the top 3 games, what we think's top 3 games. First one, Roosters and Parramatta on the Thursday night. From Queensland somewhere. Somewhere in Queensland. Mackay, I think it is.
Yeah.
What do you think about this game?
Tough one to pick, mate. This is really gonna escalate to that top 4 position. I think it's for both clubs really need to win. Just to stay in that 4 range. I think the Eels are 2 points clear of them, and they do have that little heavy buffer there for 4 and against.
Parramatta have a really tough run.
Yeah,
they've got Roosters, Melbourne, Penrith, Cowboys, Rabbitohs.
Yeah,
not in that order, but that's a tough run home.
Absolutely. So they need to win this one. I didn't enjoy what they did last week. Man, they dropped some football.
They're just clunky.
Yeah. I think with Jacob there, you probably was a bit more clunky than normal.
Oh, mate, Jacob Arthur.
Being clunky and they dropped a world of football. I think they had 38% of the ball for the whole game to lose by 2. They lost by conversion.
Yeah.
If Gutho hands it at the end there, they go to golden point.
Yeah.
Or Sevo, if he could get that ball down just in time.
Why didn't he put the ball down? Why did he try to dive it?
It's a bit weird, eh? Yeah.
It's happened with the first try as well.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I thought he should have went straight down with it.
Yeah. Penalty try at the end?
No, I thought it was fine.
I'm going to show you a photo and tell me if you think you change your mind. And I'll put it up. I'm going to put it up right here as well. And tell me what you think here.
Yeah, fair call.
I'm going to show you. Where is it? Here it is. What do you think about this?
I think he's fine, mate.
You think he's fine?
Yeah.
How is it not possible? How is it possible that his knee doesn't get there first?
Yeah, his knee makes contact definitely first.
But that's against the rules, right? You're not allowed to use your legs.
Yeah, but I think he's they're going for the same corner.
Yeah.
I think you just got to do everything you can to stop the try.
Yeah, but I understand that, but in the rules, you're not allowed to.
Well,
you're not allowed to use your legs. You're not allowed to use your shoulder. You have to use your arms. In that photo, he has no arms near him.
Yep.
It's back at the goalpost, the arms.
Yeah.
So I think there's only one decision. Maybe I'm being biased, but that's just what I think.
No, I understand, mate.
And we can go back and people can go back and say, oh, but the Dylan Brown thing's offside. Yeah, I agree with that as well. He's offside.
He was in the next page,
I don't think just because one's wrong doesn't mean you have to get the next one wrong.
No, that's right.
He
was at the Surface Beach, mate. He was paddling.
He was. He was at bloody Sin City, but
I think Jordan Rapana just had to do everything he could.
I agree with you. He has to do everything, and I think he should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But the problem is he's not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And what I think is if that's in the 22nd minute, that's a penalty try.
Yeah, fair call.
And I think if they don't give that Dylan Brown, if they didn't, I reckon they've got it in the box. What? That's why he's offside. What are you talking about? If he wasn't offside, I reckon if they didn't give that, they give that.
Well,
that's just what I think. It reminds me of the Sharks a couple of weeks ago when clearly it was a forward pass, and clearly didn't knock on. It was a forward pass, but they used it as a knock on because it's
that's right.
Bullshit. And the NRL love their little square ups.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But so what do you think here, mate?
Yeah, I'll tip them 1 to 12, mate, because I'm not the para. I'm not sold on the Roosters against the top 4 side.
Okay.
And I'm also not sold on the Arthur combination move.
I absolutely hate Arthur.
Dylan Brown needs to have the game of his life.
But the problem is he had a good game the other night.
He was really good.
Him and Gutho were outstanding.
Yeah.
You pass to Jacob Arthur, this play stops. He might as well be a candlestick. What's he doing?
Did you like the text I gave you when Brown scored, mate?
What's that?
That's not a try.
Oh, that's not a... No, Sivo scored it at the end, right? Was it Sivo?
That was the Fergo kick.
Oh, the Ferg, that's right. That's not a try. Yeah, the Mark Coyne, that was great. I enjoyed that. Send me a nice text saying, that's not a try, that's a miracle. With Mark Coyne. I hate the Mark Coyne try, but I'll take the Dylan Brown try.
Fair cool.
All right.
Who are you going?
I'm going Roosters.
Yeah, right.
I can't back a team with Jacob Arthur. He's not ready for first grade.
Okay.
He's just not ready.
Fair cool.
And I think we're going to find out again. The only reason he had a good first game is because Parramatta are up 24-0.
Yeah.
When they came for it, when Warriors came for him, he had nothing. Yeah, I get it. Bloody Jacob Arthur had one good catch under a high ball. I don't care. That's not a halfback play to me.
Yeah.
Play fullback then.
Yeah, okay, mate.
But, yeah, so, alright. Friday night game, mate.
Yeah.
Broncos up against the North Queensland Cowboys from Suncorp.
Yep.
It's the main event game of the week. Two sides in the bottom four.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where the Cowboys are. Who cares where the Warriors are? The Cowboys are. They're not making the 8. What do you think of this one?
Oh, mate, well, you say you won't pick a team with either Kurt Mann or Jacob Arthur in, so you won't pick those sides. I'm gonna pick Brisbane because Flegler's not paying. I'm going to tip them 1-12. I think their form's been pretty good the last couple of weeks, and the Cows, they're missing some big guns there. When you got a hooker playing at the back there, it kind of hurts you a bit. Even though Granville did a pretty good job. I like Brisbane in this one. Statistically, if you looked at that game with last week against Penrith, we should have won. Mm-hmm. We had more ball. We had better completion rate. Penrith missed 66
but
tackles.
I've got to say, Brisbane's attack was so disgusting.
They're very
couldn't
poor.
They couldn't attack.
Yeah, I know. They're
Save
very
their life.
poor. Very poor in attack. Statistically, if you looked at it on paper and you didn't see the score, we should have beat them. Yeah. But we're just not good enough to win those games.
Yeah. So you're going Broncos.
I'm going Brisbane 1-12, mate.
Now, what will I go here? The Brent Tate Cup. What am I thinking?
Old Hoosneck.
I'll tell you what. It's just a matter of who I hate less here. I think I hate the Broncos less at the moment. No, because I hate Kevy Walters. He's not a coach's arsehole. I don't know, mate. I'll go Cowboys.
Yeah, right.
I'll go Cowboys. Jake Granville.
He gets a hat-trick.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Cowboys could miss 800 tackles. The Broncos just can't find their way over the line.
Yeah, fair
unless
cool.
Payne Haas is getting them there.
Yeah, fair cool.
I just don't know.
He was good.
I just don't know where the Broncos score. They've got so much attack, but they can't score.
Yeah.
I know they scored 12 last week, but Katoni maybe. I'm changing the Broncos. Katoni will be the difference.
Yeah, I like it.
Broncos 1-12. Katoni will be the difference.
Yeah, fair cool.
All right, let's go on to the last one. We'll go Melbourne and Penrith on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
Why is this a Saturday 7:30 game?
Yeah, well, they're talking about that they're the main event games now. They're Saturday at 7:30s.
For who? For people who can't afford it?
Yeah, probably.
All right, what do you think about this one?
It's a pity Nathan Cleary isn't playing.
Yeah.
In saying that, I didn't like Penrith last week. I thought, that there was 4-0 at half time. One was a 47-metre field goal.
That was a good field goal, but
it was a cracker.
Yeah.
It's still going up as it went over. And they had a penalty goal early, and they were facing the second bottom team with 12 men for the first 10 minutes of the game. I just didn't like what they did.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
My biggest problem for Penrith the last few weeks is that they've been putting Tyrone May at 7.
Yeah.
Why aren't they putting Burton and... It's like they're purposely not giving Burton time in the halves for next year.
Yeah, to develop or something. Yeah.
Because I really think Burton will be good.
Yeah. You could bring Nade into the centres if you play Burton
that's
at 6.
That's exactly what I thought they were going to do.
Yeah.
But I have to go Storm 13 plus here.
Yeah.
They're just on fire.
Yeah. Yep.
And Penrith are struggling.
Yep. With
all their injuries. Now Brian To'o's out. James Fisher-Harris isn't playing.
Yeah.
Is Pengai going to play?
Well, he might, or is he still suspended?
Let's have a look, actually.
He'll probably play.
Hope he plays. That'll be interesting. Let's have a look.
They put him at 6.
Oh, he's not even in the... Has he even signed for it?
I think he's actually suspended for this one. I think
is
he's
he?
right next one. I think.
Oh, righto.
Don't hold me to it.
No
Bills.
Isaiah Yo either?
Yeah, well, his head was in race 7.
Matt Eisenhuth, it has to be. See, they have put Matt Burton at 6 this time.
Yeah,
I just don't think they had a choice.
Yeah.
Kurt Capewell, you know, I just don't think that that's a team that's going to trouble Melbourne right now.
Yeah.
Melbourne clear enough away favourites, 13 plus.
Yeah, Appy doing some things around his missus's back and...
Good sort who he did it with, though.
Yeah, right.
I don't condone it, but good sort.
Yeah, fair call. He would have been.
He would have been real happy with that.
Yeah.
What are you going to go here, mate?
Oh, mate, I know where you're coming from, but I'll lean towards Melbourne 1-12.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that'll do it.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you, mate. This has been great, but it's not great seasons. It is
good seasons, mate.
Good seasons. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you don't do it, I won't be your friend. Thanks everyone who has been here for this whole time. You absolute champions. If you have been here, type Matt Eisenhuth in the comments if you do make it the whole way.
Yeah.
That'll be a good tester.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt Eisenhuth.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone, and shut the gates.